Hello, and welcome back to another encouraging, inspiring, and including episode of the Achieving Unity Leadership System weekly podcast, where we help turn chaos into connection and purpose into action. I am your host, Mark Entrican, founder of the Achieving Unity Leadership System, also known as the Unity Leadership System, and it's available online at achievingunityleadershipsystem.com, which is dedicated to leaders improving their lives through encouraging, inspiring, and including others. Today, on the Achieving Unity Leadership System, we're bringing together vision, purpose, and possibility as we explore the Pearls Rwanda Hotel and Conference Center with Pierre Célestin, Damien Nkubana, and Samwel Otachi. This is more than a development project. It is a platform designed to create jobs, expand education, and reinvest directly into the community by supporting food, shelter, and clothing, as well as long-term opportunity for the community. As we listen, we are invited to see not just the challenges many face, but the potential that exists when people are encouraged, inspired, and including a better future together. But first, before we delve into this insightful discussion, let me briefly introduce my company, Reality Focused Dynamics, where it all began. Achieving Unity is all about us working together, building together, and growing together. Real conversations for real leaders, navigating division, frustration, and change. Next slide, please. Leadership seems these days to be a little bit harder than it should be. It's a situation where disconnection seems to be growing everywhere we go. That disconnection is something that we need to bring back together. Frustration is draining people and teams because it's so much a situation where we're struggling to get along, struggling to work together. Some of our good intentions are colliding with real world pressure. We must remember that unity is not a soft skill. Unity is a leadership strategy that we must all take on going forward. Next slide, please. What we mean by achieving unity, because it's all about us coming together. So we are encouraging progress without enabling dysfunction. We want us to function together, to work together, inspiring action without forcing agreement. We want people to speak up, speak out. How do we learn? Not by just nodding our head all the time, but understanding what is good and what is not good, including voices while maintaining accountability. Accountability is so important. Accountability brings on responsibility, and that's the way we all need to be. Building better businesses, better lives, and a better world, one conversation at a time. Again, I am your host, Mark Entrican. I'm the founder of Reality Focused Dynamics, creating solutions one reality at a time, and the Achieving Unity Leadership System. I work with leaders, teams, and families, navigating conflict, change, and complexity, helping us all move forward with clarity, unity, and sustainable action. Let's talk about focused, because that's one of the things we need to work on is being reality focused. You can see at the bottom of the screen, you can also reach me at 303 Focused, 303-362-8733, or on the website, www.achievingunity.com. Well, what is focused? Well, we have a pure acronym for what we mean when we say reality focused. We want to be focused so that we facilitate tough conversations that build trust. These are conversations that are not tough because they're mean, not tough because they're rude, but because they're great questions. That conversation, that communication, that collaboration. And it's going to be on common ground with a shared purpose in what we do. The C is going to be we're clear. We want to communicate, have communication and agreements on the facts, on reality. And that's what we need to be. Unified. That's what the U stands for. Action across differences. We're all different in some ways, but we're all the same in many, many others. We have to be unified in what we're doing. We have to be sustainable. What is sustainable? That's when we create results. Based on that reality, they last. We stick with them, and we're unified in that process. Unified is, again, the action across those differences. We must be sustainable, results that last. Execution, that's what the E stands for. Consistent, responsible action. Consistent in what we do, responsible and accountable for our actions. And then delivery. We must deliver the results. Inspired growth and lasting change. That's what it all comes to. That's why we're focused, reality focused in what we do, where we're going, and the communication that we share to get there. Contact us again. It's very simple. It's easy to remember my number, but let's promote clear, unified, sustainable action now. Well, what we're doing, where we're going. We can reach out to explore coaching through workshops, through the courses that I have, on speaking engagements to promote unity in our leadership. Again, achievingunity.com or call me. +1 if you're out of the country, but 303 focused. 303-362-8733. And I also work in protection. If you're in the United States or Canada and you're needing protection, what I call the stress shield, call me or go to markentricken.legalshieldassociate.com. Find out more about what I do to provide protection for your home, your family, and your business. Oh, our upcoming conversations. Again, this is a weekly podcast. It is every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. Next week, Karen Leslie. She's going to talk about when the bus drive lies. When you get on the bus or you get in a taxi and you say, we want to go somewhere, what if it doesn't take you there? What happens? That's all we need to be clear. That's what we need to find out. So come back and talk to Karen next week on March 4th. The following week, Evangelist Glow Woods. From broken shackles to wholeness, a journey of healing, advocacy, and unity. Great subject, great things that we need to talk about. The next is Teresa Cezurek, Performance Success Formula, successfully pursuing our passions. Are you pursuing your passion right now? Please join us March 18th. Let's talk more about how we can do that. Then on March 25th, Steve Nason, 5 strategies that end workplace conflict. Working together in the workplace. We need more of that. Not finding the wrong, not looking at negativity, but being able to work together and end workplace conflict. Also, take a note. Get your phones out now. Take a picture of these QR codes. The one on the left, learn more about what we're doing with Pearls Rwanda, our hotel and conference center. Take a picture of that. See our site. See what's out there. Get in touch with us. On the right, we're talking about Damien Nkubana, who'll be on here in just a few seconds. We'll be talking with him today. That's his QR code on the right. Get in touch with him. Find out more about what we're doing. We work as a team with collaboration. Next slide, please. Also, Samwel Otachi, he's going to be here today. We're talking with us. Take a picture of his QR code. Find out more about what we're doing and how it works. Then we also have Pierre Célestin. He is a strength that we're using to help us in growing forward. He's a resource for us in how we're going to grow, how we're going to build, and continue exactly what we've put together going forward. Find out more about Pierre. Grab his QR code there on the right-hand side of the screen. You have our contact, you have our communication. That is what's key. Communication and collaboration are the keys that unlock the doors to success. Let's talk more. Today's guest, I mentioned just a few seconds ago, but let's talk a little bit more about today's Achieving Unity Leadership System conversation. We're excited to welcome Pierre, I mentioned, Damien, and Samwel, professionals that are dedicated, education, operations, excellence, workplace development, and human-centered leadership. That's where we all come from. Because through their work across international education initiatives, global operations, that strategy, and organizational development, they help individuals and communities unlock opportunities through knowledge, through systems thinking, and purposeful collaboration. What we all need, purposeful collaboration, that communication with each other. Their insight provide practical perspectives on how learning, structure, and people-focused leadership can drive meaningful and sustainable impact everywhere we go. If you notice at the bottom, we also see the Pearls Rwanda site on Google. Click on that today if you would also. Go out there, let's keep in contact. Let's communicate, because that's what the Achieving Unity is going to do. And again, let's talk more with Damien and Samwel. And let's talk with them now. All right, Damien, Samwel, are you out there?
Yes,
I
can start.
Damien, how are you?
Happy to be with you, to meet you, my friends. So I would like to introduce myself. I'm
Please.
Damien Nkubana, from Rwanda, and I have been involved in the community development, community empowerment, project manager, and entrepreneur, deeply involved in the community empowerment and sustainable livelihoods. Currently, I'm working for an NGO called SACOLA, and we are in the conservation of nature, but also improving the well-being of the community around Volcanoes National Park, where live gorillas here in Rwanda in the north. So I'm known for my work managing community programs and the fostering local engagement in development initiatives. I served as a volunteer, as a teacher of economics and entrepreneurship, and then later as a project manager for SACOLA Sabien Community Livelihood Association. And currently I'm in a position of project manager, but also data management for this organization called SACOLA, an organization based here in Rwanda, in Musanze, in Kinigi, focused on conservation, community strengthening, and improving the local livelihoods through tourism-linked development activities. And in this role, I have overseen SACOLA's volunteer programs and coordinated projects.
Excellent.
That outside support with community needs. So beyond
Thank
SACOLA
you.
organization, I'm associated with this Peers Rwanda. I'm the founder, but also the CEO. And we have this wonderful project that we'll be talking about.
Right.
A hotel and the conference center here in Musanze in Rwanda. And we would like to have some others to come.
That's right. You have to get some good help with us. All right. All right, good. Damien, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's hear from Samwel. Samwel, how are you today?
Thank you, sir. Doing good, sir. Thank you so much for having me here. I've been really looking forward to be featured on this amazing podcast. So, my name is Samwel Otachi. I'm from Kenya. I'm a humanitarian leader, a community advocate, who is dedicated to transforming lives in underserved communities. In that capacity, I work as the founder. I'm the founder of an organization called Empowered Dreams Initiative, which works here in Nairobi at a slum called Korogocho, where we provide regular feeding programs for the kids in the slums to ensure that no kid goes to bed without food. So beyond feeding, our initiative offers mentorship, educational support, ministerial dignity programs, mental health awareness, and socioeconomic empowerment to create pathways from survival to opportunity for children, girls, and young mothers. So professionally, I work as the head of operations in an organization called Infond Global. It is based in Dubai. This is a premium B2B networking platform that offers, that connects investors and founders and also industry leaders through events, summits, and strategic benchmarking to drive innovation and global partnerships.
Excellent.
I like networking a lot. And now look at us. We are here through networking. Now we are able to work on this amazing project that we want to launch in Rwanda. So I invite everyone to join us to make this Pulse Rwanda and Hotel and Conference Center a reality. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Excellent. And I love what both of you are saying because we've worked together now for over a year. Let's start off with understanding, and from both of you sharing some time here, just a little bit to talk about, it seems there's a deeper story behind our project. Have you seen, and please tell us more about the challenges from the people in Rwanda, our first step, and then touching on a little bit of Nairobi and Kenya also from Samwel. But maybe we can start with Damien again and talk a little about that deeper story.
Yeah, sure. Here, where I am, in Musanze, in Rwanda, near Volcanoes National Park, I have seen families living in vulnerable housing, youth finishing school without employment, and the women with skills but no startup capital. The beauty tourist see does not always reflect the daily realities of nearby communities. So I'm already in the community, and I have experienced their suffering, but also their hope for the future. If anyone could help support. So united, we can change their lives. We can give again hope to these people suffering from extreme poverty, without basic needs, without water, without clothes, without food. So that if you have a sustainable project like this one, we are willing to build a hotel. We can see how business can be a channel.
And each person can start their own business, right? And be self-sufficient, right?
Yes. So thank you very much. So let's listen to Samwel, the experience in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is to say that when we talk about the first and challenges that the people in Rwanda are facing, there are similar challenges that people in Kenya face because both of us are categorized as developing countries and having coming from the same region. So the challenges are many. For instance, you find that the youthful population, they don't have access to access to jobs, especially those who've graduated. And also the governments, both governments, let's say Kenya and Rwanda, they have not set up right structures to empower these youth after maybe graduation to start their businesses. The environment is not that conducive. For instance, if I talk about the situation here back in Kenya, the situation is not that good. Many youth are perishing outside here. They're undergoing a lot of mental health challenges. Your parents, they struggle a lot to educate you, but after graduation, so there is no work at all. So I'm happy that when you compare the two economies, yes, Kenya is a bigger economy. Rwanda is a bit a small economy, but when you compare the growth of the two economies, Rwanda is growing is among the fastest growing economies in Africa. It's growing in two digits economy. Kenya is still growing at a one-digit economy. So there is a very huge potential for any investor who wants to invest in Rwanda because there is huge potential. For instance, these projects that we are working on, chances of these projects thriving are very, very high. And the investors can be assured that whatever they are going to invest in this project, they are going to get the good returns. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. I appreciate bringing that up because it's a situation where, to talk a little bit about our project, we want to start this in Rwanda with the Rwanda Pearls Hotel and Convention Center. But once we have that up and building, we also want to do this in Nairobi in Kenya, right?
Yeah.
So both of you could kind of tell me this project is rooted in something more than just business. It's also built on the people. So have you found that many people simply haven't been given the opportunity, and a little bit from both of you, or belief that they can truly create something for themselves if this project, when this project completes, right? They can build on themselves and start doing more for themselves, right?
Yeah. I have a typical example. Yeah. Having this idea of this project, I was inspired by proven work of Sabine Communities and Neighborhood Association SACOLA in the community. This NGO showed that tourism revenue.
An NGO is a non-governmental organization?
Yes. It showed that when tourism revenue, when intentionally this revenue is reinvested, can move families from survival to stability, funding
From
homes.
survival to stability. I'm sorry, I wanted to repeat that. People can move
Yes.
themselves from survival to
Yes.
stability, right?
Yeah.
Continue. That's
And we
a
have a
beautiful way you
typical
said that.
example. We have a typical example in the community. At the beginning, having families without food, clothes, house, but if you SACOLA comes there and support, their lives changed. We have typical examples. Yeah? So really, good example of this non-governmental organization operating here in Musanze. Maybe later we can share that supporting people here it's possible, and this can change their lives. And the business can be combined with the supporting
Beautiful.
communities, because at the end, when you support them, they are the ones who will be consuming your product, your services. So it's very, very important to support farmers, to support people struggling with homes, to support cooperatives, association of women and young people, so that at the end they come to you
And
to
what you're
consume
saying
your
is that
home.
once we start part of this, once some people start working, the others will grow. Because just a basic free market system, when one person starts working, someone else can work. And I'd like to talk more about how some of the families are working now. Did you say there's also some of the families are growing potatoes, right? Well, how is that
Yes.
working? And Sam will
Yeah.
kick in anywhere you want to, but please go ahead.
As you may know, hotels they need potatoes, they need vegetables, they need fruits, and there is no it's no sense to always uh, buying purchasing those products from abroad. The hotels can consume products from the local community, and this can help people gaining having additional incomes and improving their lives. Then, from survival, they become stable, economically speaking.
Excellent. Beautiful. Samuel, did you want to add anything else to that?
Okay, so what I wanted to say is that regarding that question is that people haven't been given opportunity. So what I can say that it's both that majority of the people, especially from the African context, they haven't been given that opportunity as because, for instance, the people who are very, very skilled, but they haven't been given that opportunity to practice what they've done. So through a project like this, when you are going to give these people a chance to maybe work in the hotels, this is one way of empowering them. If you empower one person, they are able to educate their kids, they are able to open businesses, and then be able to sustain themselves. So it is an opportunity. Once the opportunity is presented, then these people are going to take good care of themselves. Africans, Africans, they know how to take good care of an opportunity when given a chance.
Give it a
The
chance.
challenge is that most people haven't been given that opportunity to showcase their talent, to showcase their skills. Once we empower these people, give them the opportunity, we are going to help them realize their full potential.
Beautiful. I love what you're saying there. So what I'm hearing from both of you, and I'm hearing from you again, because it sounds like once we give people even a small opportunity, I think it's things we were taught in school, but not hasn't been put into action. But when you give people a small opportunity, especially in this situation that we're working with, it can completely change their direction in life, right?
Yes.
Right.
Damien mentioned working at the hotel, doing things on their own, working, being able to grow things on their own, having both parents able to work together in raising children, which they don't have today, having the clothes, the food, the shelter, the education, and then not stopping just on the education, but helping them have jobs where they can work, right?
Right.
Completely changing their direction so they can take on life that they don't know today on their own, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So this project is not just about helping a few people. This is a project about dignity, people having the reasons, the beliefs that they don't see today. And this is around the world. We're just taking one part, one beautiful community in Rwanda. And then we're going to change that direction, build the dignity so that they know and understand they have that opportunity. It's about dignity, it's about development, and us helping them grow that forward, right?
Yes.
Right.
So have you found that real change begins when people feel seen, people feel supported, and the people are included? Do you see that? Tell me more. When we
Come
start
on.
helping one person, one
Mm.
family, we have the hotel put together, we start employing that first family, that first person, even in the building of the hotel, right? It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of construction. It's going to take a couple of years.
Yes.
We put 100 rooms, 250 rooms, a large conference room, bringing people from around the world to Rwanda to see what Rwanda has, see the beauty of the Rwandan people. They do the same thing in Nairobi, in Kenya.
Yeah.
They start building for the people, right? Yeah. Showing them that there is a world out there where they can take leadership another step forward. It's more than a hotel. It's going to represent the community, a community of growth, community of belief. Damien, you showed us pictures of how some of the people live. Can you tell us more? We don't have the pictures here with us today, but you mentioned a bit earlier, but these are homes where they're falling down, aren't they? Thatch roofs are caving in. Can you talk more about that?
They are. I mean, it's totally different than what we live with. I mean, the women build the first.
Yeah, go ahead. Jamie, is that you talking?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're on mute. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Jamie, tell us a little bit about how you know this quickly.
I was in Nairobi last year. I did a safari for 3 weeks. And we visited a village and met with some of the village people and, you know, learned a lot about their way of life.
And the challenges in their life.
They have a lot of challenges. They have no running water. They have to walk miles to get water.
So you're talking about last year. You're not talking about 20 or 50 years ago like we learned in school. You're talking
last year.
Now, last year. They're carrying water on their heads like we used to see in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about this is real.
It is real. And it's a hard life. They have a lot of challenges and things to overcome, but it's also the only way that they know, and it's a matter of relearning.
I like what you just said, and Damien will keep up, and Sam will also pick up on this because it's what they know. Right now, the majority of them don't know there's a different world. They may have seen someone with a telephone. They may have seen pictures on a telephone. But do they see themselves in those pictures right now? Damien? Samwel?
No, it was interesting. The children, they were fascinated with our phones and our watches and looking at pictures. But it was amazing that they knew how to get through the cameras and find the pictures and, you know, but they loved looking at it. And when we would take pictures of them, they wanted to see their pictures. And so they've seen technology somewhere.
Things that we see every day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're learning. They've never seen this before. Maybe once, maybe twice. But these are people. Go ahead, please.
So, you know, most of the kids back here in many countries, in Africa especially, for instance, if I talk about in Kenya, where my organization works, we work in a slum in Kenya here called Korogocho slums. The situation, if you ever been to a slum in Africa, it's somewhere you not dream to live. Huh? So the conditions are so bad. You find that the parents who are born in these slums, the kids have been born in these slums. They don't know how the outside looks like. Everything for them is completely different. So those are some of the challenges that we've been trying to address. For instance, for the past 2 years, we started addressing basic needs. You know, empowerment. But before we empower the kids, we said that we need to feed these kids. because it's challenging for you to empower these kids in an empty stomach. Huh? So we've been trying to do that one for the past 2 years. Right now, the kids are well, something that we do regularly. Now we are going to launch empowerment programs where we can teach the kids. So we can project things there. They see what is happening outside the world. We need to expose them to the world. This is the same thing that we'll do in Rwanda. Part of our programs is training kids digital literacy skills that can help them to know what is happening outside the world, that can help them to know that they can work from Rwanda. They can work from Rwanda. They can work for people in the US from Rwanda once they gain these digital literacy skills. Yeah.
Additionally, I can add that, for example, we have some girls who are struggling to access or to afford pads during their periods. And this is really shocking because, it's a really serious problem. Huh? Yeah. Pads, produced pads are expensive and the girls cannot afford. And you can understand this situation where they are in their periods. So really to be involved and the empowering communities is very, very important. Some kids, they can't eat at least 2 times per day. Eating once per day for a kid, you can understand how can you succeed at school? It's challenging. How houses. No, sir, some houses, I would like to share a picture. No, here it's very, very cold near volcanoes. If I show you where they live, the houses are so strange. Yeah. So I think we can do business, but also think about those people to support community, to empower them. So that we grow together. Otherwise, how can you succeed with your business with the neighbors struggling the poverty, extreme poverty? No, it's nonsense. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why our project is really we have set aside a certain percentage that is it's going to be used to empower these communities, end period poverty, and also empower people within the community as part of our CSR activities. Our main aim is to uplift communities by empowering them.
Love that. And I liked what you said. Some of the things that I heard from that is in some cases, as we build the hotel, we're going to be teaching some people how to use a hammer. We may think that is so simple. We're going to first teach them how to use a hammer, a screwdriver, how building works. And then once the hotel is built, it's going to start putting in 10% of every hotel room, 10% of everything that's purchased at that hotel back into that community. Yeah. So the same people that are learning how to use a hammer, a screwdriver, a tape measure, how to think about blueprints and plans, we're going to help educate them. And when we educate them, we're not just going to give them an education and hope something happens. We're going to help them find more jobs, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. The hotel's going to need people to run it. We'll bring people in to train them, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. It's a very, very important point.
So as we help start that, we plant that seed through the investors in helping us build that hotel, we can take those stories, ones like you're telling us, both of you, Samwel, Damien, what Jamie was just saying that she saw last year, 3 miles to get water. This is not the movies from the old John Wayne days. This is last year.
Like, the situation is still the same. Like, when I go back to the village, let me tell you, we could go, when you're going to fetch water, like, you are going 3 miles. like you forgetting even where you are going. Like imagine going three back and forth. You forgot like you are going to the river to fetch some water. Imagine, eh? Very, very far.
Very, very far.
Very, very far. So it's like an urgent need for humanitarian organizations to come over, drill wells, drill boreholes, so that people can get access to water.
Clean water.
Imagine living in a place where you can't access water, you can't access food.
And can I touch on something there? When we talk about people going to get water, we're not people talking about in these new Nike tennis shoes to go get this water. We're not talking about people that are going over there and bringing back something in their Mercedes Benz. We're talking about people who are walking in sandals and possibly even barefoot for 3 miles, right? And then they're having to get this water and carry it back 3 miles. How are they carrying it?
Yeah.
Buckets. And how much can one person carry? Right? Tell me more.
Maybe a maximum of 20 liters.
20.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
Yeah, we have those jerry cans, like a maximum of 20
the head
liters.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you going there, like, the cows depend on that water to drink. You are depending on that water to cook. You are depending on that water
For
to clean your
sanitation.
body. So you can imagine, eh? Mm. It's
And
sad.
when you're
Even
talking about 20 liters, you're talking about 5 gallons. The people who are watching this that don't know the metric system.
Yeah.
When they're carrying 5 gallons, that's 8 pounds per gallon, 40 pounds they're having to carry back. But how long is
Uh,
that water going to last? And how many times, I think as both of you have said, how many times are they walking back and forth?
it is an everyday struggle. It's an everyday struggle. Yeah, but our government, to some extent, has started through devolution, to see that we have some piped waters in some areas. There are some areas currently that have access to. But we can't say that the entire country is like that. There are some places in the remote areas that have started gaining access to piped water. Some organizations have come, have used water, but there is still a percentage of people that still can't afford, can't gain access to clean water. For instance, in the slums where we do our programs, there are no boreholes there. People, there are few vendors who have managed to drill boreholes. They are selling water every day. So these are areas where we need to build community boreholes, so that people, at least if you can't afford food, at least you can get free water.
Yeah. Not only water. We have the same issue here with the population near Volcanoes National Park, because they were used to go to the
Yeah.
park for water. Even for firewood, it's a serious problem. And they are in risk. They can be killed by animals because the
Oh.
gorillas are there, buffaloes, and others. So their lives it was really in a high risk, because they
Uh,
cannot survive without this water in the park, but also firewood. So there is also they need to be supported to have to access water in their community without being in conflict with the national park and the animals there. But also trying to find a solution about firewood, because they don't have always to cut trees so that to cook. Probably you understand the phenomenon. So it's really very, very challenging.
Very challenging in that process. Yeah. You
Mhm.
know what, the animals, some dangerous animals in that area,
yeah.
and they're just in thatch roof homes.
Yeah,
If they've got to work together to protect themselves, right?
yeah.
They don't have a police force in that area that's able to help them. They don't have any government assistance, there's just not the money there, right?
Right.
So if we can bring in this hotel and you can turn 10% of every dollar spent from that hotel, once it's built and in operation, turning that back into the community, how can they grow? How can we help them? How can they help themselves in so many ways? How can they have that money to help drill for water? How is that going to help them? How many ways?
Yeah, with this 10% going to the community, of course, we can support with the clothes, food, supporting the farmers to cultivate on small land, but with high productivity, using fertilizers or new technologies, so that they can have food in their homes, but also kids can go to school. They have food. They can go to school easily, because when they have to go far for water, you see, this can have impact attending the school. Here, normally, kids and the women, they are the ones to look for food and the firewood. So you can understand this can have negative impact on kids to go to school. But also, you can support the community to organize them into association, supporting them, having starting capital. They can start small businesses like selling vegetables, selling fruits to hotel, beans, potatoes. Yeah, then their lives can change progressively year by year with this 10% invested in the community.
So well said, Damien. That's going to be what it's about. And for us to build this, for this to come together, what are we looking for first? Investors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need people who can see the future and to see what Damien is saying, what Samwel is saying. Again, if we can start with this hotel in Rwanda and help that community, show what it can do, take people that are walking 3 miles for water, do not have protection from the animals. People are just eating what little bit of potatoes and fruit and vegetables that they can grow to actually have the food they need to survive, the clothes they need, the shelter they need, and then the education to keep growing forward. How many of you would like to go that's watching this? Go see Africa. Go see Rwanda. Go see Kenya. Go to Kenya, Nairobi. How many of you would like to do that? Well, we need investors to help us build this because this project is of large scale and it requires strong support. And there's people out there that Damien and Samwel see every day, each and every day, that need the support and would return everything they could in any way they could to give back for helping them grow. And when we talk about the animals, Jamie, are you still on? Jamie, you still there?
I am.
Didn't you tell a story about you were in a tent, but didn't you have animals right around? You had guards, I believe. Is that right?
We
Because
did.
of the animals you had?
Had a rhino and a baboon. Yeah, the rhino was real close to the tent. You could hear him.
And we're talking about a huge rhino.
Yeah.
Running free.
Yes.
Could run through the tent, right?
Well, he was right outside the tent.
Where was that? Was it in Masai Mara or Nairobi National Park?
I'm sorry, yeah. I was
in Masai Mara.
Yes, that's where I was.
Okay. Mark, do you know that Nairobi is the only capital city with a national park within the city?
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, imagine. We have a national park in Nairobi. Yeah. Once we are in the city, we just walk and you see the elephants, the rhinos, everything, the lions, they're all there, the giraffes. just within the city.
And that is great. But here's what you're talking about. I think I like what you're saying, because they're in the city where people are protected. We're talking about people that are out in, again, thatch roof homes, homemade homes, that these animals are not being protected. The people aren't being protected from the animals. People don't have the food. People don't have the water that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Definitely don't have the education. And that's what we want to reach, so that everyone, more in Rwanda, more all over the world, will have the zoo so they can see it, but be protected from it, and then have the food and the water and the protection they need to survive, right?
Mm.
And that's what this hotel is going to bring.
Exactly.
Mm.
So we want to see that we can put this hotel together through investors and give the investors credit, but to build. And one of you mentioned earlier, because we're going to, I think we're talking about that, they will have in the hotel, it's a conference center. So they will have training rooms.
Mm.
Not only will the people from around the world be able to come and teach, we'll be able to teach the people there in Rwanda how to grow, how to build, how to be business people. Teach that the mothers and the fathers can work together, that the children have a future through the food, the clothing, the shelter, education, and building the job so they have a place to work through this hotel, through our investors donating, so we can put this building in action, this hotel and conference center. Bring the internet there. So Jamie brought up, and they were, Samwel and Damien are talking about, so they have internet there to use. Because how many places out there does your phone work, and how many places does it not work? That's what we want to bring, right?
Right.
That's what we want to help them grow with. So how many more ways, Damien, Samwel, how many more ways will that help?
Samuel, can you start?
Hello. I missed
you...
something. There was an internet itch.
Oh, just asking how many ways, once we bring the hotel into Rwanda, hotel and conference center, Wanda Pearls Hotel and Conference Center. Once we bring it in there, we start teaching people. We bring more internet into the area. We have an area for training. And then we go to Kenya and run in Nairobi. Next, how many people are we going to help, and how are we going to help those people learn and grow?
Okay. So this project is going to be a game changer. With the current era of internet technology, once you have internet, it is through internet we can be able to connect. I'm in Rwanda, I'm in Kenya. We can connect with you from different parts of the world. This is the same case that we want the people in Rwanda, the people in Kenya, to connect with people from all over the world so that they can learn about what people are doing in the outside world. They exchange ideas, they collaborate, and they build something great. So in terms of in terms of trainings, trainings they'll open opportunities for our people. Once the youth are trained, are empowered with these skills, it is easier for them to open their businesses and thrive. They are not going. Some can be employed, some can open their businesses. That's how we can empower the people. So the project is going to be a game changer. It's going to impact thousands of people from the African continent.
Beautiful. Well said. We've got about 4 minutes left. Maybe we can start a little to close. Just about a minute apiece. Can you give just some closing statements about what you were just saying, was a great closing, because what they're going to receive, and the people that want to grow, they would love to have this education. So if the two of you, maybe just a minute apiece, just a closing statement, closing story.
Okay, Damien, can you?
Again?
What are the people going to see once we have this up and running? What's going to change? What you see every day, Damien, in the life around you. We talk about buying a truck, buying a vehicle. The people that there can work, well, they'll now have vehicles, now have trucks to use. They don't have today, right? This hotel and this 10% of income to the community, what's it going to do? How's it going to help? Just about 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you so much. This hotel and the vision you have will change people's lives. The 10% invested in the community, first of all, it shows that we are not just targeting gaining revenues, business, but also we are human. If you need to grow, we have to grow together, all of us together, united. Then we become more strong. The whole society, all of us, we grow together. But even we go beyond Rwanda, beyond Kenya, then we have peace. Have peace. We share whatever we have, knowledge, but also other things we have. Then all of us, so the whole community, and this is sustainable. Otherwise, we can build. Then tomorrow, someone will come and destroy because he is or she's angry. She's hungry. Yeah,
thirsty.
So we have to make sure we grow together.
Grow together.
If you want to go fast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Damien. Samwel?
So me, it's a humble request to the people watching us. If you are someone who wants to impact the world, if you are someone who's been interested in coming to Africa, doing something great, this is your moment. So we are building something great that's going to impact thousands of people in Africa. So join us. We make this dream a reality. Build the hotel, empower communities in Africa. So you are most welcome.
Thank you. That is so true. And I appreciate that. Samwel, that's great. Damien, both of you. This is such a great story to tell. Thank you, Jamie, for pitching in on some of the things that she saw while she was there. This is so beautiful what we can do, because it shows that achieving unity through that power of encouraging, inspiring, and including others personally and professionally makes a difference. So thank you both, Damien, Samwel, for joining us today, sharing your experiences, your heart, and your practical wisdom to and with our listeners. As we close today's conversation, one thing becomes crystal clear. Real change happens when vision meets action and when people come together with purpose. The Pearls Rwanda Hotel and Conference Center represents more than a place, more than a building. It represents opportunity, dignity, and a pathway for individuals and families to build sustainable lives. Each of us who's listening to this today has a role to play in the beautiful results that can happen, whether through support, through partnership, sharing this message. We'll have this out on the internet in a short amount of time. It'll be on YouTube. Please send it to others. Share the message, or simply choose to be part of the solution that will uplift others. If this conversation resonated with you in any way, manner, shape, or form, please help us. Take that next step, because improving the world doesn't start somewhere else. It starts with us, and it starts now, one reality at a time. So that Achieving Unity resonates with you, follow that feeling. Reach out and connect with me. www.achievingunity.com, www.markentrican.com. Connect with Damien. connect with Samwel. They spoke to us today. You reach out to them on LinkedIn. Go to the site, pearlsrwanda.com. Make it happen. Let's make this all happen together. Quick word, Damien, Samwel, one last thing quickly to say.
Just to thank you, and looking forward to next steps and the others joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you both. And until next time, let us continue to transform things that are complex today, into execution tomorrow. Turn that chaos into connection. Turn our purposes into action. Let us continue achieving unity. www.achievingunity.com, www.realityfocus.com, or give me a call, 303-FOCUSED, 303-362-8733, which I'll hope you will always remember. Communication is the key that unlocks the door to success for each of us. We can stay focused on turning chaos into connection as we achieve unity by, again, harnessing that power, that strength of encouraging, inspiring, and including others in building better businesses, better lives, and a better world. This has been Mark Intrican, the Achieving Unity Leadership System, reminding you that life is truly what we make it. Let us help people feel seen, heard, and supported in everyday moments that truly matter. Let's make our lives awesome and help make other people's lives awesome together in unity. Thank you all, and thank you, Damien. Thank you, Samwel. I appreciate your time so much today. Thank you for your message, helping leaders around the world rediscover resilience, purpose, and balance, so we can all continue serving and supporting others as we achieve unity together through our time, our commitment. Thank you both. I appreciate it. Thank you to the audience. Let's keep in touch. Hope to see you all again next week. Till then.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.